No, it's a storm in the teacup. I was surprised by it, actually. But I think, Conservatives are embarrassed by the fact that their government is going to allow the takeover, want to distract attention from that by turning the heat on me. I'm beginning to feel a bit like Jeremy Clarkson.
Perhaps we wouldn't wish that on many people. But, I mean, the Minister for Women, Nicky Morgan, has written to Ed Miliband saying it's deeply offensive because it trivialises sex attacks and the horrific and traumatising effects such attacks can have on victims.
Well, I think I should write to every Conservative MP that says that the HS2 is going to rape the countryside, or people who talk about raping the rainforest for, environmental logging and that kind of thing. It is a word which means various definitions, but one of its meanings is to plunder. And I do fear that that's going to be what happens to AstraZeneca. This, remember, was on Twitter. It's difficult to express in 140 characters the fears about the decimation of jobs, the subjugation to foreign control, the cutting of research facilities, and the general takeover of a British company, which is a good export earner. Difficult to put all that in 140 characters. So I may have been a little graphic. I should have used the word rapacious, perhaps. I don't know. But I think it is a storm in a teacup, really. Let's get it in proportion.
Yeah, Ed Balls, the Shadow Chancellor, who would agree perhaps with your analysis of Pfizer and AstraZeneca, he's just said on LBC Radio that he thinks you should apologise.
Well, he thinks that. I think it's too trivial to apologise for. And as soon as you start apologising, you're going to have to apologise for a whole heap. You won't make any comments or say anything at all if you've got to apologise for something as harmless as this.
I'm interested in that, what you think is going on behind it. I mean, we talked about the Pfizer details, but in terms of language that people use, you mentioned you feel a bit like Jeremy Clarkson. Do you think, are you making a point that in our society today, some people just jump on language which you would see as vigorous and it becomes rather kind of pasteurised and empty?
I'm afraid that's probably the case, yes. I think there's a kind of aura of political correctness creeping over everything, and therefore anybody who uses colourful language is going to have to keep their mouth shut. So I shall go around like this.